Hey everybody, let's be honest for a second. Burnout doesn't always show up wearing a neon sign that screams, "I'm done." Sometimes it sneaks in like that uninvited guest who eats all your snacks and refuses to leave. Welcome to quiet burnout, the sophisticated, polite, high-functioning version of exhaustion. You're still hitting deadlines, smiling in meetings, and replying, "all good," when people ask how you are. But inside, your soul is running on 3% battery and a prayer. This isn't the dramatic, quit my job and move to Miami Beach burnout. This is the quiet, deadly kind where you're slowly turning into a productivity zombie who wonders why everything feels meh. If you've been nodding along thinking, that sounds familiar, buckle up. We're diving deep into the 10 signs you're probably ignoring. I am Styx Decode. Now let's go. 1. You're getting stuff done, but the spark is gone. You're not missing deadlines. In fact, you're killing it on the outside. Reports filed, emails answered, projects delivered. Coworkers probably call you reliable. But here's the plot twist. You feel absolutely nothing when you finish. No little victory dance, no hell yeah, just a flat, okay, next. It's like eating your favorite meal but tasting cardboard. The joy of mastery, the thrill of creation, poof, vanished. You've become a task completion machine running on autopilot. Your brain is basically that friend who shows up to the party but sits in the corner scrolling their phone. Everything gets done, but nothing feels good anymore. And the scary part? You almost don't even notice until someone asks, "Aren't you excited about the new project?" And you have to fake enthusiasm like an Oscar nominee. 2. Tiny tasks suddenly feel like climbing Everest in flip-flops. Replying to a 3-line Slack message used to take 30 seconds. Now it feels like a full-day expedition. Deciding what to eat for lunch turns into an existential crisis. You stare at your to-do list and think, maybe I'll just lie down instead. This is classic quiet burnout math. Normal effort plus zero mental energy equals everything feels impossible. Your brain is so fried that basic adulting requires the same willpower as running a marathon. You procrastinate on the smallest things not because you're lazy, but because your internal battery is gasping for air. Yet somehow you still power through the big stuff. Classic move, saving all your limited energy for the things that pay the bills, while your personal life quietly crumbles into chaos. 3. You sleep 8 hours and still wake up exhausted. You did everything right. No screens before bed, magnesium gummies, blackout curtains, maybe even that fancy white noise machine. Yet you wake up feeling like you've been hit by a truck carrying other smaller trucks. This isn't normal tiredness. This is the "my soul needs a vacation" kind of fatigue. Quiet burnout turns your rest into maintenance mode rather than actual recharging. You're sleeping, but your brain is still running background apps, worrying about tomorrow, replaying awkward conversations, and quietly panicking about your life choices. No wonder you feel like a zombie with excellent hygiene. 4. You're secretly grumpier than a hangry toddler. On the surface, professional, polite, even cheerful. Inside, one delayed reply or slightly off-tone email away from spontaneous combustion. Your patience meter is permanently stuck on E. The barista gets your order slightly wrong, mild internal rage. Your partner forgets to take out the trash. You deliver a calm response while mentally writing a strongly worded novel about their life decisions. You hide it well. That's the quiet part. But the people closest to you can probably sense the storm brewing. You're not mean. You're just running on emotional fumes, and everyone else is collateral damage. 5. Your emotions are on mute. Everything feels blah. This one's sneaky. You don't feel sad exactly. You don't feel angry. You don't feel much of anything. Life is playing in black and white, while everyone else is in vibrant HD. Funny memes get a polite ha-ha. Your favorite show? Background noise. Even good news lands with the emotional impact of plain oatmeal. Quiet burnout doesn't always make you cry in the bathroom, though sometimes it does. More often, it turns you into an emotional flatliner. You go through the motions, say the right things, but inside, it's just static. Like your feelings took a long vacation and forgot to send a postcard. 6. Brain fog so thick you could cut it with a knife. You walk into a room and immediately forget why. You start sentences and lose them halfway. Names? Gone. Where you put your keys? Mystery of the century. You've read the same email 3 times and still have no idea what it says. This isn't "I partied too hard" fog. This is chronic, low-grade mental exhaustion, where your brain refuses to boot up properly. Decision-making becomes torture. Creativity might as well be on another planet. You compensate by writing everything down and pretending you're just detail-oriented. Nice try, champ. 7. Master-level procrastination disguised as being strategic. You're not lazy. You're prioritizing. Sure, you'll do that important but not urgent task tomorrow or next week. The genius part is you still deliver when it actually matters, so no one suspects a thing. But deep down, you know you're running on pure adrenaline and guilt when the deadline finally corners you. Quiet. Burnout procrastination has a special flavor. You feel mildly bad about delaying, but not bad enough to actually start. It's the art of doing everything except the thing you need to do, then magically pulling it together at the last minute while quietly dying inside. 8. Your hobbies have entered witness protection. That guitar collecting dust, the yoga mat you swore you'd use, the book club you ghosted, all former passions now living under new identities. Even scrolling endlessly feels like a chore some days. When quiet burnout moves in, it evicts joy first. The activities that used to recharge you now require energy you don't have, so you skip them. Then you feel guilty for skipping them. Then you avoid them even more. Classic vicious cycle. Before you know it, your weekends are just recovering from the week marathons interrupted by chores. 9. You're the Oscar-winning star of "I'm totally fine." Ask how you are? Busy, but good. Smile. Laugh at jokes. Crack witty remarks in meetings. You deserve an award for this performance. The supporting cast, your friends and family, mostly buy it because you've always been the reliable one. Meanwhile, the real you is screaming into the void. This is the most dangerous sign because it fools everyone, including yourself. You maintain the image so well that admitting you're struggling feels like letting the team down. So you keep performing, burning brighter while secretly burning out. 10. Existential. What am I even doing? Vibes on repeat. You catch yourself staring into space thinking, is this it? Not in a dramatic midlife crisis way, though it might be, but in a quiet, persistent, I'm successful on paper, but emotionally bankrupt kind of way. Life feels like watching yourself in a movie rather than living it. You do the right things, check the boxes, get the promotions or good grades or whatever metric society uses, but it all feels hollow. Quiet burnout steals the meaning while leaving the structure intact. You're functioning, but you're not really alive. If you're sitting there counting on your fingers like, oh no, first of all, breathe. You're not broken. You're not lazy. You're not failing. You're just a human being who's been running on empty for way too long while pretending the tank is full. The beautiful and annoying thing about quiet burnout is that it's reversible. It starts with tiny acts of rebellion against your own hustle culture. Actual rest, not just resting while scrolling. Saying no without a 10-minute apology essay. Moving your body like it's not just a vehicle for your brain. And, most importantly, being honest with at least one person about how you're really doing. You don't need a dramatic life overhaul today. Start stupid small. Take a real lunch break away from your desk. Go for a walk without podcasts. Cancel one thing this week that you don't actually want to do. Tell someone, I'm actually pretty tired lately, instead of the usual, I'm good. Because here's the truth with a side of sarcasm. The world will keep spinning if you slow down for a minute. Your worth isn't measured by how much you can endure before quietly imploding. You're allowed to be a person, not a productivity robot. How many signs did you recognize? Drop a number in the comments. And remember, catching it early is the ultimate flex. This is Sticks Decode. If this video is helpful to you, please subscribe to my channel. See you soon.